Death Note, Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball Evolution. All of these films have two things in common. They are all live-action adaptations of beloved manga and anime, and they're all violations of the Geneva Conventions. However, with the recent One Piece and Yu Yu Hakusho live actions, we seem to be moving towards a future where live-action anime is at least pretty decent? The thing is, though, that whole opening spiel I just gave? Bogus. Throw it out. Because we already have the perfect live-action anime, and that is none other than... I know, this movie is not an adaptation of any manga or anime, but that is the literal only thing holding Pacific Rim back from being a mecha anime, and you cannot tell me otherwise. I mean, it includes skyscraper-sized piloted mechs, massive alien monsters that spawn in the Pacific Ocean, and somehow the most unrealistic part of the movie is the fact that all of humanity came together for the greater good. For those who haven't seen this movie, I'm about to break down its best sequence, so please, do yourself a favor and watch this movie, because it goes so freaking hard! For those who have seen it, you already know what time it is. Let's do it. The scene starts with Crimson Typhoon and Cherno Alpha pulling up with Striker Eureka in the back. Hang on now! That's like putting LeBron on the bench while y'all shelving the GOAT! Now I know this Cold War duo is pulling up clean as can be, but as you're about to see, Typhoon is not that guy. Because before the fight even starts, they are already showing signs of fraudulence. One of the three stooges yells there's movement on their right. So explain to me, why do the other two look left? It literally needs to be spelled out for them. God, they just let anybody pilot a Jaeger, huh? The kaiju gets to jump on him and... Oh, nah. Why are they looking left again? How did Joe make it past training? They get decked in the ribs. Look at him. Get this man a map. My boy is lost. After getting tapped once, these three dorks are already whipping out their signature move. And that's how I knew they were sorry excuses. God. How are you gonna get hit once and you're locking in? Alvin and the Chipmunks got 0 credentials under their belt. Not even Shinji was this pathetic. With the Thundercloud active, Ed and Eddie start swinging on this man. Yes, I know this looks less coordinated than a toddler throwing a tantrum, but keep in mind how big these guys are. These are some impressive speed feats. Huey, Dewey, and Louie hit this Dragon Tails drop-up with the cross-up, and I can't even lie, that was clean as hell. And then, we get this. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This big fighting machine made a pull-up so clean it changed the music of the scene. Yo, that's right, I'm like that. They hit this big lizard with the Koopa Troopa, while the woman yells what I'm pretty sure are slurs. This first gen Jaeger is outperforming the Chinese Rowdy Rough Boys. Wait, how did China feel about this movie? Yeah, that makes sense. The Jonas Brothers try to get their licks in, but El Serpiente slithers through their day one defense and grabs them by their cranium. Who invited these chumps, bro? They lost the 2v1! Should've put me and my boys in there, coach. We would've put the pause on.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now!
Anyway, so the Red Ranger is done. Let's move on to a real champion. The aura in these punches is crazy. But right as they're pulling up, Reptar activated cheat codes and hucks a loogie at this man. Now, I already know that must smell crazy. And while Cherno holds their own for a bit, unfortunately, they are not jump resistant. This is one of the most tragic beatdowns I'll ever see. Cherno, you fought well. I can't blame y'all for what's about to happen. Donkey Kong latches onto their back and bops them in the head. This fool playing whack-a-mole. Then he grabs them by the shoulders like they owe him money and shoves them underwater?
Stop! He's already dead!
But that's not all, because this basement-dwelling gremlin still wants more. Now, I have seen a lot of brutal kills in my day. I mean, I watched Killer Bean. But forcefully being drowned while the last thing I see is crackhead Grimace vibe checking me? That's going into S tier for sure. But at the end of the day, it's all good, because the Tom Brady of the team is heading in. Oh no, Shadow, run away! That's my GOAT right there! This 250-foot tall, 2,000-ton mech has better running form than Ezra Miller. And they start pounding this guy.
Pause for a minute then. I let you beat it. I'm loving this
Hey, yo,
ride.
chill, that's not what I meant! They feed him the knuckle sandwich and toss him out of the ring. And this feels like a good time to point out that China's Angels got two-shot by this thing. Pathetic. Killer Croc is about to get back in there, but Stryker charges up the Unibeam to snipe this dork. And I'm gonna go on a rant here. See this guy? This is Chuck Hansen. Add him to the list of reasons why this movie is an anime, because you cannot convince me that any real person would be a jerk this cartoonishly. You lucky Raleigh is a good person to show restraint. I would have torn you a new one, leave you folded up like a Batman. I could talk about how Raleigh pieced this man up all day. Brother even gave him the African backhand. But we just gonna move on. Because once again, these kaiju are cheating. Gigantamax Blastoise went up to this man's router and disabled his internet connection. My goat's dub got snuffed. I know he would have secured the bag. Don't believe me? Look earlier in the movie. A kaiju the size of the Sydney Opera House started terrorizing. China, you seeing this? This isn't American propaganda. They just showed Trump's plan wouldn't work.
We have to build the wall. It will get built. We're going to complete it. A lot of progress has been made. Watch what happens.
And my man Stryker beats the brakes off him. Hit him with the
1, 2, buckle my shoe.
mink, mink, mink. You know what the worst part is of this unplugging bullcrap? The only reason the kaiju knew to do this is because Luigi over here decided to leak the group chat. DK stays behind to talk smack, while Reptile heads to the city to kill Charlie Day. And quite frankly, can't even blame him. This man fumbled. Officer, it's this one right here. Curious George is about to hit the fatality, but fun fact about the kaiju. They are also not jump resistant. This is one of the cleanest pull-ups I've ever seen. Put it among the greats. And they get to boxing. Chuck, this is the only time I'm gonna agree with you, bro. Unfortunately, though, Gypsy forgot that this movie's power scaling actually makes sense.
So long, Bowser.
Gypsy discovered King Kong violated bro code and had to bonk him with the band hammer. She got the shield break on K. Rool, so you already know she's gonna hit him with that.
Falcon. Punch.
You are showing why you're the poster girl right now.
Dazed, will attempt wild haymaker. Employ elbow block. Discombobulate.
Killer Croc the Kong starts raging because it doesn't want to go to bed yet. So Gypsy does what every self-respecting parent would do in the same situation.
Empty the clip. Empty the clip.
And just like that, Kaiju 1 is down.
Losens, Kaiju down. We're heading off to fight the next one.
Cheap-shotting ass bitch!
Nah. Weak ugly mongrel says what? What? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Bro, I was not weak. I tossed you like a football and made you waste your ammo, buddy. See, that's why your clip empty.
That's why your gut's spilling out.
That's why your brother dead. Dead as hell. Where are his guts? At the bottom of the ocean? That's why your body had to be rebuilt. Cause your weak ass got pierced up by my cousin. How's your arm, buddy? With your lame ass.
Nah. You ain't worth it.
Also, you got no bitches.
Lizard Boy is sniffing Charlie Day until Gypsy shows up with the freighter and uses it as a weapon. Like, are you serious? One thing Pacific Rim does extremely well is its sense of scale. Oftentimes when you have a really big guy fighting another really big guy, the fact that they're massive can get lost on the viewer. But this movie achieves this masterfully in two ways. One, movement. The Jaegers and Kaiju move quite slowly, giving the sense that every step, every punch, every movement covers a very large distance and has a lot of weight behind it. Two, reference points. Almost every single time a Jaeger is on screen, they are shown next to objects and structures the viewer can easily identify, reassuring the scale of these battles. Alright, smart talk over, back to pointing at the screen.
Fool, you playing with items on? Filthy casual.
Gypsy gets back up, she ain't hear no bell, and suddenly they're playing hide and seek?
Damn, cuz, you the size of an IKEA, but you still got a tiny willy, no balls? Crazy. Alright, this always works. Yo, Kaiju, English or Spanish, whoever doesn't show their ugly off face is gay. Baby, you got something in your nose.
These two start going blow for blow, and I gotta say, the property damage in this movie is ridiculous. Who's funding this crap? Well, it can't be China, then the movie would be highly regarded by them. Gypsy copies Donkey Kaiju's 5-check technique. Lizard Kaiju tries to chomp this girl's face, looking like Bruce out here. But Gypsy was ready for this jutsu, and hits the Sub-Zero on him. Get that weak stuff off! Then she grabs him by his scruff, and tears it off?
See, I didn't know I came here to be disrespected.
It hits Gypsy with the X-ray, and then for the third time this fight, the Kaiju start cheating. Dude, if I'm fighting in a Jaeger and the Kaiju pulls BS like this, you got it, bro. I concede. I'm a wave my flag. But anyway, the Kaiju grabs Gypsy like a seagull yoinking my hot dog and fricks off. Now, I gotta ask, what was the plan here? Wing Boy, where are you going? He on some "my people need me" type of crap. Buddy, your people are in the sea! Wrong way!
Well, actually, it was going to lead Gypsy to freeze in space because, as a matter of fact, the Kaiju can survive in outer space.
Shut your
The Kaiju cannot survive in space.
Oh, poop.
Allow me to use my averagely sized think tank to spell it out for you. Space is about as cold as it gets.
Well, this sucks.
And how did Gypsy take out this Crayon Muncher's tail earlier? So, I'ma ask again. Chalk Eater, what type of play were you going for here? While this Kaiju was listening to the R. Kelly playlist, my man Raleigh was about to give up then and there. My brother, why are you just throwing in the towel? Fight! Pinch his ankles or something, do anything! Luckily, Mako was there to remind him that they are in fact the main characters. This shot belongs in a museum! This movie's so sick, bro. But as sick as this was, there's a slight problem. They basically just did the equivalent of cutting the ropes of your parachute whilst midair. Which means... this is absolutely tragic. They secured the dub and now they still gonna lose? They even tried the Yoshi flutter jump, but to no avail. I was acting. Of course this queen sticks the landing after taking out both cheating Kaiju. Her form was flawless. Slay, queen!
That's not funny, bro.
The triplets are rolling over in their grave right now. They had a Mark IV Jaeger, which, outside of my GOAT Striker, is the most advanced Jaeger in operation. And yet the first gen Jaeger and the third gen Jaeger with a first-time pilot outperformed y'all. But that concludes one of the greatest action scenes I've ever witnessed. Again, if you haven't seen it, please watch Pacific Rim, because this is honestly one of my favorite movies. It's really a shame no other movies were ever made.